What's going on, guys? Back with another video today, and today I want to be talking about the only thing you need to remember when you're on your journey, when you're going through life, when you're just doing whatever you're doing, you're in the midst of something bad happening to you, or you're like having a really fun time. It's that you are all that is, and you are everything here and now all at once, and that you are always experiencing what you want. That is the reminder you must give yourself all the time, knowing that you are one with God, one with the Creator, that you are all that is, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the lovely, the not good, the ugly, right? And it's all happening here and now. Again, we're gonna run it back to this. You're here. You're the observer. Every reality is right here. Every single reality. But why are we here watching this video? Why are we trying to learn and interpret what that means? It's because we want to understand how to navigate bad things in our lives, how to navigate those bad thoughts, how to navigate bad circumstances, horrible circumstances, right? We want to learn how to navigate that. Now, us wanting to learn how to navigate that is a perspective on its own, right? It's a perspective on its own. That perspective will lead you and unfold into a reality where you understand everything now and you are creating life effortlessly. Yes, it will. Why will it? Because you just declared so. But if you continuously have that perspective where I want to learn more, I want to try to understand this, you're in the reality of trying to understand it, wanting to learn more. Now, let's return back to remembering that we are all that is, that we are all perceptions right here, right now. We're experiencing everything right here, right now, right? We're here. Here we are trying to understand what is going on and how do we interpret this correctly, right? But now you're here, you're trying to get out of it, right? But we want to try to get out of it in the most godly way, or in the most ideal way, right? In the most ideal way, and the only way is to understand that that is happening right now. But what is also happening right now? You knowing everything. You understanding this topic. You understand that you are creating the life of your dreams right now, that you are going out there deciding what I want to happen today, or just deciding that everything's unfolding perfectly and letting everything just surprise you, right? I think that's fun. I love it. I love when I think I just get surprises throughout the day, right? Because you're just declaring everything's unfolding perfectly to surprise me, and just like, wow, like this really happened. That's pretty cool. So, but it's just, you need to understand that you, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're going through, whatever bad circumstance, good circumstance that you're going through, you must integrate that in your understanding of all that is. That it's not, why is this happening to me? It's always happening to me. I'm always going to be experiencing this bad circumstance, this bad reality. But what else am I experiencing right now? Because there's only now, and there's all perspectives and experiences are happening right here, right now, because you are one with the Creator, and God has everything at His fingertips, and so do you. Everything you want. Everything you want. So, when you understand that you're able to allow everything happening to you, the thoughts, the feelings, you crying, you getting upset, let it flow. Let it flow, let it be there. Be like, yes, this is always happening. Like, there's nothing to run from, because this is always happening. I'm always experiencing this moment. But I understand I'm also always experiencing the moment that I want, which is me living the best life ever. So let it flow. Let it flow. And then you're like, I want to be happy. I am happy. I want to be in my dream job. I am working my dream job. I want to be in my dream penthouse apartment in New York City, Paris, Milan, anywhere, right? I'm living there. I'm living there right now. And you're gonna be like, wait, that doesn't make sense because I'm looking at this right here, right now. I'm not in my apartment. I'm not in my apartment in New York with the penthouse view. Okay, now you just change your perspective to I'm not in my apartment with the penthouse view. You know what I'm saying? But you're brand new in every moment because there is only now. There is only now. So you're brand new in every single moment, and you're going to be like, wait, I'm always having that thought of, wait, I'm looking out there, I'm not in my new apartment. Like you will always have that perception of, I'm not, there's nothing happening, nothing's changing, right? But then you also always have that perception of, I know who I am, I know I'm experiencing everything that I want. It did change, and everything's unfolding perfectly into that. I am living in my New York City apartment. Like we used that analogy yesterday. Like you receive a lottery ticket and you win it, but you can get your receivings in December, right? Or like 6 months later. So this is how you would I think this is the best way to navigate 3D circumstances for now, until you're able to just understand that you are all that is, that what you're feeling and experiencing right now is happening all the time, but what also is happening is what you want. So you just choose what you want, let everything just flow, and you be that what you want. But now you can say, I have the perspective of everything unfolding perfectly into exactly what I want, into that end that I want. So now you're living in the end. Now you're like, yeah, I have that because everything's unfolding perfectly into that. But that's the perspective I choose right now, right here, right now, and that will set you there. But when you do come continuously circling back, forgetting and not remembering that you are all that is, when you were like, wait, I don't see anything, now you have the perspective of I don't see anything. Oh wait, nothing changed. Now you have that perspective of nothing changed. Now you're experiencing that. But you need to understand that you are always going to experience, so you don't need to even fear that. That's the thing, right? Everyone's like trying to avoid that. Oh, I don't see anything. You don't need to avoid it because you're always experiencing it. Why are you always experiencing it? Because you're all that is. You are all that is. That means you can't get away from any of it. The good, the bad, the ugly, that you are experiencing it all the time. But now you are up here, right? You experience that all the time, but you're not in like solidity, you're not fixed into one reality. You are the observer above it, and you get to choose where you live. But you're observing every single thing all at the same time, right? All at the same time, but you get to choose and select now where you're gonna go. So I'm here, I'm angry, right? Life is absolutely obliterating me. and now and then now you're like, okay, this is always happening, right? There's nothing to run away from. This is always happening, right? So I'm gonna choose to be here where life is amazing. And now I'm gonna have this perspective, like me like here, right? Crying, being angry, life is obliterating me, and I'm like, okay, I know that this is always gonna be happening, always expand. There's nothing to fix, nothing to change, nothing to run from. I'm gonna choose this perspective of everything is unfolding perfectly into exactly what I want, which is this perspective. So I'm here, everything is unfolding perfectly into exactly what I want, into me making so much money, into me helping millions of people, and having the love life that I genuinely want. And that's the end right there. And now since I know I'm one with God, I'm all that is, that everything's here and now. Now we don't care anymore. We don't care about negative circumstances, negative things, because we know that we're always experiencing those negative things, but we're also always experiencing the positives. And now that I declared that everything's unfolding perfectly into exactly what I want, anything negative that pops up, I understand that I'm always experiencing it, but it's perfectly unfolding into exactly what I want. Into exactly what I want. That is the beauty of remembering this fact. Remembering this truth about who you are, your birthright. Your birthright. I remember some guy telling me, right, when you were a baby, like you just had freedom to do whatever. You were chaotic, wild, like throwing tantrums and everything, right? But life was perfectly unfolding into you to grow into exactly into a human being, whatever shape, form, whatever. That's why there's this premise of like God loves you. Like you are love. Like God loves you, therefore you are one with that love. Because your heart beats, right? Heart beats. Like you get to just be on this journey, no matter where you are, right? No matter what's your circumstance, but you're here to experience the relationships that you get to cultivate with people, and that's love. That's love. You have the potential to experience what you want, and that's love. Like God gives you that potential, but God gives you also everything, right? It's all that is all that is. Like you get to experience the bad too, but when you're able to come from this perspective, you don't look at the bad as bad anymore. You just understand that it's always happening. It's always happening, and you get to choose your perspective on whether it's, oh my God, why is this not working, right? What's going on in my life? Or you get to choose, this is perfectly unfolding into exactly what I want. And you can implement anything like meditation, visualization, but understanding that you are living that end because you're all that is. So when you do close your eyes and meditate, when you open your eyes, meditate and visualize that is happening, that's my reality right now, right? That's my reality right now, and everything is perfectly unfolding into that reality. So now I'm just living it, right? That man, like, I don't think there's another way to go about this. I think there's the law of assumption, all the other law of attraction, but you need to come from the premise that you are one with the Creator and you're all that is, and everything's happening right now. And you integrate all the bad and all the good into here. Like you think you're the bad, like the bad's happening here, then you're trying to get to the good, right? Right. But then instead of just like looking at, oh, everything's happening right now, like how do I get here to the good? Integrate it, right? Into knowing that you are all that is, that you are one with God, all that is, everything's happening here and now. So now you're here, you're like, how do I get to here, right? There's no least to greatest, right? There's no like trying to like hop into that. It's more like it's happening right now, right here, right now. It's happening. So you're like in the bad, now you're like, oh wait, I remember that the good is happening right here, right now as well. So I just need to change my perspective on this bad. Like, okay, this is a bad circumstance, but I can feel it, feel it out, be angry, whatever, but I know that this is perfectly unfolding into the good because I am that I am. I'm one with the Creator. I'm all that is. I'm experiencing the good right now. And that is that detachment from the bad. And even the good too. Like you have the good and you're like, oh, I hope I don't lose this good. Like I'm feeling so good. Like I hope I don't lose it. But you're always like, there's this good, then there's this good, then there's this good, right? Like the good is always there. So you don't have to hold on to that good either, because you just understand that it's perfectly unfolding into the life of your dreams where you're just constantly in the good. And if a bad thing happens, it's like it doesn't matter because you know that the good is right there. So now you're living life where you're just the power that dictates how you decide you live. How you let everything flow freely. You let everything just flow. Oh my God, you let everything flow, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But that's it for today, guys. Remember, the one thing that you need to remember on this journey that you're on is that you are one with God and that you are all that is. And that this concept that I'm explaining to you is very important, and you ingrain it in your head to create the life of your dreams. Not even create, just to move there, just to experience it and live there, instead of having the perspective that, how do I do this? What do I do? My life is crashing down, all right? And I think if we're, like I said, like if we're gonna explain this in linear terms, more of like a human, not as such an esoteric way, And even saying that it's an esoteric way, that's putting a perspective on it that it's kind of like out of this world. But it's more like this is a lifestyle. This is how everybody just lives. It's just nobody's aware of this understanding, right? But let me digress. I was what's it called? What other perspective would you rather have on life? What other sense of self would you rather be living? When you can look at doubt, look at fear, right? And understand that it does not mean anything to you. That the good is always here, so you live in accordance to that which you desire. Because that which you desire, you are living right here, right now. That's the greatest sense of self, and nobody can take that away from you. And it's important that people know that. So yeah, let's wrap it up. Thank you for tuning in. Follow my socials, it'll be in the description. IG saioscar_, Twitch saioscar, TikTok SAIIDOSH, Saidos. So much love to you guys tuning in. I really appreciate you heard this message, and you guys have a wonderful day. Stay blessed.